Run. Use a pistol. Oh my god, here they go. Oh my god. Okay. Let's get him. Alright, I can shoot through this. I forgot about that. Alright, so guys, today I'm going to be showing you the best settings in Modern Warfare. So real quick, drop a like and subscribe. And if this video can get 300 likes, that would be awesome. So real quick, guys, you guys have been asking for a settings video for a super long time. And I just haven't had the time to make one. But now, today, we got you guys. So everything in the settings, I'm going to go in advance on why I use it and why I don't use it and stuff like that. So I do hope you enjoy it. So we're going to go ahead and get straight into it here. Now, for the button layout, this depends on a controller I'm using. If I'm using a default, or I'm using a Scuff, or a Battle Beaver. So in this one, I'm going to be telling you what I would use for a Scuff and what I would use for a default, because I have a default as of right now. So real quick, I'm going to be using default button layout for the normal controller. So this is just, you know, it's just, you can't really change anything about this. So this is why I'm using the default. It feels comfortable to me. I know a lot of people use tactical. I just don't use tactical unless I'm using a Scuff. Now that's going into my Scuff here. Now here is my Scuff right here. It's broken, as you can tell. The analog stick just came off. And what I would use is, I don't have any of my triggers on it anyways, but I would use tactical. Why I would use tactical is because I'd be jumping with this side, the right side, and I'd be crouching and sliding with the left side. Super overpowered. I like using it, but I'm gonna be using the default for now until I buy another Scuff. But I don't want to have to wait for 2 months just to get a Scuff just because of the coronavirus. But default is probably the best way to go in my opinion. So the neck is the stick layout. I don't change this. I keep this default. You don't really need to do anything like this. Just messes with your analog stick, so you don't want to do that. Invert vertical lookout. This is if you look up, you look down, you look down, you look up, you look left, you look right. If you look right, you look left. It's very, you don't want it. It's just you don't need that. It's complicated. I know people that play on it, but it's just, I don't think you need it. So the dead zone. Now this is really important. So if you turn it all the way down, your controller automatically has drift in it now. So like in game, you'll drag up slow and you'll think you got drift in your controller, and you'll think your controller's broken. That's what I thought. But so what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to have it from the ranges of 0.5, well 0.5 to 0.10. I have mine at 0.9. This is a really good spot. Your controller is not sensitive, or it doesn't take too long to, like, if you have it max, you don't want it max because it would be terrible. There's a huge delay. So 9 is the perfect setting right here, trust me. So horizontal and vertical sensitivity. Now this is all preference. Now as you guys know, I'm pretty cracked when it comes to games, so I like to look around fast, and I can clear a room pretty quickly looking around. I can just scan a room fast with my eyes. So it's all about your hand-eye coordination at that point. So if you can't really, look at a room pretty quickly and stuff like that, you want to have a slower, sensitivity. But if you can quickly scan a room, see people like on top of like a bookshelf or on top of a balcony, guy on the bottom, you should be able to snap quick. Now that's something that it's important with the horizontal and the vertical sensitivity. If you have a faster horizontal and vertical, you'll be able to snap onto people on different per level. Say if there was a guy on level 1 and level 3, you get the guy that's level 3 and you get the guy that's level 1. That's how you do it. You aim down sight, you kill the guy that's level 3, aim back down, aim back in, hit the guy that's level 1. Easy. Now this is all just preference. Now if you guys if you want to start off, I would say start off with high 7. Start off with high 7 and work your way up. You can do it in pubs, or you can do it in custom games against bots. I would highly recommend just going into an actual pub game, because you have actually people that are drop shotting, jump shotting, so you get used to that while going up with the sensitivity. So 1111 is a really good, comfortable sensitivity for me, and I really enjoy it. Next is going to be the ADS sensitivity multiplier, low and high zoom. Now, I don't touch this at all. You don't need to, in my opinion. It's just, you just don't need to. I just don't think you need to. I think 1 is perfect. It's for like when you're aiming down sights in, you know, like an ACOG, that's a high zoom. A variable zoom is a, you know, like a sniper scope's a high zoom, stuff like that. And a low zoom would be like a red dot sight, holographic sight, stuff that doesn't really have that much of a sight on it. Like, it's just like you don't really see through it as much. So next is going to be pretty important here. Now there is the aim response curve type. There's standard, linear, and dynamic. Now I had this told, someone told me, and I've looked around a lot. I had a pro player actually tell me this. Linear is the best aim response curve. Linear means that as soon as you move your stick, it moves with it. There's no small delay or anything like that. It's just like the linear is just the best in my opinion. People will say dynamic works. I mean, it does do good as well. Just don't use standard. You can use linear or dynamic. Just don't use standard, all right? But linear works. I feel like it works better for me. So next is controller vibration. Now this really distracts me if it's on. I don't know why, but when I'm playing and if there's vibration, it just throws me off. I hate vibration. Messes up my aim. A lot of people will tell you that. Vibration is terrible in this game. Now, because I mean, there's literally anything that can make your screen shake. Open a door, your controller will shake. Throw a smoke, it hits you, controller shakes. You get shot or you shoot, controller shakes. Everything will shake your controller. So I disabled that. It's terrible. I despise the controller vibration. It throws me off. Now next is aim assist. Now there's disabled, standard, precision, and focusing. Now there is something new going on with like the aim assist. Now apparently focusing is really overpowered, but honestly I can't stand it. I really can't stand it. It just throws me off, and it just really throws me off. I just don't like it. I keep standard. It's just traditional. Your aim slows down when you get near a target, so it helps you out being more accurate and controlling the gun and stuff like that. When aiming down at someone, it just locks on them faster, and it's just slow. Like when you're aiming down sights and you get closer to a person, that's when your weapon starts to slow down. So it's really helpful. But keeping that at standard is really good. So next is going to be the weapon mount. I just keep this at ADS plus melee. A weapon mount movement exit, I have that enabled. Sometimes I like to just, you know, peek around a corner real quick, get someone. It's pretty nice. Aim down sight behavior, I have it hold. You don't want the tap on. The toggle, that means if you just click L2, you stay aim down sight until you click L2 again. The hold is really good. Next is equipment behavior. Now this means same thing as ADS. Say if I have a claymore, I tap it. Well, I mean, it really doesn't really matter, but you want hold for this, just in case you have a C4, you want to hold it. A frag grenade, you want to hold it, cook it a little bit, and stuff like that. It's really helpful. And then the use reload behavior. Now this is for multiplayer. So what I would use in multiplayer is tap to reload. Then if I was using Warzone, if I was playing Warzone, I would use the contextual tap. That's what I would use. So tap reload is going to be good for multiplayer. So next is depleted ammo weapon switch. Now this is very helpful, just because say if you don't really look at your ammo a lot when you're shooting and stuff like that, if you run out of ammo, your other gun switch comes out instantly and you'll be able to continue going whatever you're doing. Slide behavior. Now this is pretty important as well, just because of the I think it's just very cool and I like this. I feel way better, and you can actually cancel slide with this. Slide behavior is just tap, you would click circle, and you just slide. Every time you tap it, you click slide. Auto move, I have disabled. Automatic sprint, I have disabled. Vehicle camera, I have enabled. Parachute auto deploy is enabled. This is for Warzone. General brightness is 50. Bilgram, that's pretty important. As you can see, if I have it all the way up, it just makes the game grainy and stuff like that. You don't want that. You want this all the way at 0. Tooltips, now I don't really need the tooltip, so I have this at disabled. Subtitles, I have this on and off. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes you want it on just in case, like if you're just chilling and then you just see something that's just don't know what it is, whatever. Language selections, English. Colorblind type is disabled. I'm not using colorblind. Now, this is really important. Weapon blur and motion blur. Well, the world motion blur and weapon motion. You want to have this disabled because, as you see on the right side, that's with blur on. Every time you move and stuff, it's just all blurry. You just don't need that. Minimap is square. This is like a really traditional type of just like that's what you want. Is just traditional. The minimap I have it enabled. The compass I have as letters. The context filters I have everything enabled, and then the audio real quick. We're gonna be using boost low. Now I had actually a girl tell me this, and it makes your headset just way different. Like you can hear footsteps really loud and stuff like that. I didn't really know that. She told me like there was someone like a level like second floor of a house, and I didn't even know. I was like, how you know? She was like, boost low, it's really good. You know, hey. Nancy, if you're watching this, thanks for telling me that because it helps me out a lot. So I have master volume at 100, dialogue volume at 100, effects volume at 100, then I have Juggernaut enabled, doesn't really care. Hit marker I have as classic, and then voice chat I have enabled just because a lot of my subscribers, I run into them and I like to talk to you guys. So that is really it, guys, with the settings. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Thank you guys, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.